Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to give you round 2, video 2, whatever, of the Vertx Tactical Fanny Pack. As you can see, it's loaded up right now. And I've got it adjusted where I like to carry it. It's got a lot more in it right now than I would normally carry. A lot more. And you'll see in a minute what I've got in here. It's kind of silly, but I wanted to show you just how much it could carry. And so this is comfortable. Like, the way the strap comes up over your shoulder, you've got to adjust it for you, but the cool thing is a lot of them are sewn in right here. This moves around, so it will adjust to your body. As I showed in the other video, the stitching and everything and the material they use here, it's strong enough to support whatever you've got in here. Unless you're throwing like 50 pounds of weight in here, I'm sure that wouldn't survive. But what's in here right now is kind of ridiculous, and it's sitting comfortably on my body. I could carry the ridiculous stuff that I have in here right now. And so I will say, I'll get into my particulars I guess in a second, but I think what I'll do now, I'll switch over, I'll show you what I'm carrying in here, why it's ridiculous, and then we'll go into how I would rather carry it. So I have nothing in the cell phone holder, so there's nothing in here. I don't know if I'll use that, and I'll talk about that more in a little bit here. And then so we have 2 zipper pouches here. In this zipper pouch, I have a pen, because you never know when you're going to need to write something, and I have something to write down, or to write on. So you never know when you need to take notes, so I always have that when I can. I have a knife. It's a Boker, don't remember the model. It's a big fat knife. I like it. It flips open really nice and easy, but it's not really a small knife. I wear size large to extra large gloves, so that gives you an idea how big that knife is. And then, I'm trying to be shady about what I'm pulling out here. Okay, I just got to pull out the goods now. A Model 642 airweight revolver in .38 Special from Smith & Wesson. This isn't even the gun pouch yet. An XDS 9mm with an extended mag from Pierce Grips. It's a +1 or 2, can't remember. I think that's all I have in there. Just to give you an idea, like, what you could put in there. So let me zip that closed. Now we're into the gun compartment. We've got a Leatherman, an old one. That's an old school. Army gave me that one. So let me put that there. Back to the XDS. There's a mag. An extended mag. Still the XDS. And an extended mag. This one was the extended 9 round. Yeah, I have to hold it out because I can't see it. I don't have my readers on. Yeah, 9 or 10 round mag. So there's that. And then I've got an extended 9mm mag for a Glock. And then I have a Glock 17 with a Magpul magwell and a +2 extension on the magazine. And then for the holster, so you remember I showed you the Velcro attachment inside. That is to hold the holster. And my light just gave out on me. Ah! Well, my light just died. Oh well. So anyway, as I was saying, the Velcro attachment is to hold a Kydex type holster in place so that the firearm can be securely fastened. Your firearm is not to be fastened to this. So that's all I had in there. All right. So it's quite a bit, and now that it's empty, you'll see how flat it sits. And as I told you, this is where I prefer to have it. And so I'm going to load this back up as if I am carrying it for my normal everyday. And I'm going to pause you real quick. I got to turn this light on. Okay, the light's back on. I don't know if it's going to stay on. So normal everyday, I would take this Kydex holster. I would insert it into the Velcro piece here, and the latch on the clip, J-clip, I don't know what it's called, will hold it in place. From there, my Glock goes in here, secured. Then I would take an extra magazine. I do need to find a magazine holder for this. I think it's Wiseman Company has a nice one that I've been looking at. But I don't know if it's going to fit in here with a 19. And I am waiting on a holster just like this one to come in for the XDS. That is all I carry back here. And then, so I know, I always do the same thing with this bag. So I know where to grab. Right here, up on this top corner, I lay down the zippers the exact same way every single time I move this bag. When I take it and put it on, I make sure these zippers are laying this way. So when it's time to grab my gun, boom, and I can grab my gun. Every single time. So if you practice that and make it a repetition thing and make it a habitual thing, you'll always know this is where your zippers are. And I think I do want to get a larger pull tab for this. I had a pull tab, I don't see it right now, that was on another product that I had that I may put on here. It's a little bit bigger and I can actually grab it like in a hurry and pull. So anyway, that's what I carry in the back. Then in this front pocket, I will carry my pocket knife inside this Velcro pouch here. And I will just push that down to where the clip is holding it in. So it sits just like that. All right, and then I will secure that Velcro. I drop a notepad just straight down into there. I drop the pen into this pocket here. And then oh here it is, I did bring it out. I usually keep my wallet inside that Velcroed pocket. It usually doesn't close because it's just tall enough to preclude it from closing. And I'll take my key, and even though it has a pull string or a tab holder or whatever with the clip, you could clip these in. I don't like to have to fish that out, so I'll just drop this into the same pouch as my wallet. There it goes. And it sits in there pretty nice. And then 3 other things. I usually always have gum, so that just gets dropped in there as well. And then I coach soccer, so here's my referees, or my coach's tag. A couple days a week, so I just keep it in here. It's really thin, no big deal. And then the probably shared first round choice / second round choice, a prepared tourniquet. And I say prepared because it is ready to go. I can rip this open, and I keep that here inside the red zippered pouch. Zip that closed. So remember, I take these top zippers and I go here with them so I can grab and open my gun compartment. Well, these, from my secondary pouch, I pull them all the way down and out of the way. So there is no mistake. If I grab zippers, it is for my gun pouch. If I need to get to personal items, it is for my secondary pouch. I go in there and get secondary items. When I do that, then I pull it back down all the way to the bottom. And this is how it sits. I took my dog for a walk this morning. I wore this. The worst it did after about 1.5 miles was slouched to about right here. All right, and that's it. And it's not that big of a deal. This is pretty thin. Like at the thickest, it's 3.5 to 4 inches max. And it's right where the bulk of the tourniquet and the firearm are. So it's right in the middle of everything. If I can figure out a better carry option for the tourniquet to where it doesn't add so much bulk, because you can see without it, it lays a little more flat. So I may look for a different carry option for that, but honestly this doesn't bother me. It's still very comfortable and still affords me a lot of opportunity to carry a lot more things. What I will be doing next week is flying, so obviously I can't carry my handgun in this. I'm going to be putting that in checked, locked baggage as per TSA regulations, blah blah blah, all the mumbo jumbo that you're supposed to say or do. And I will be carrying like a battery for my cell phone. I'll be carrying my cell phone in here, headphones, all the stuff that I'm allowed to carry on an airplane. And clearly the stuff that isn't, i.e. all that was in here a minute ago, will not be carried in, oh, I just messed up my tripod. It will not be carried in this as a carry-on. And so that'll be a comfortable way to carry everything I need. It's right here, it's secure. One thing I do need to add back in here is my flashlight. I usually carry a flashlight. I forgot to bring it out here, but I didn't want to film out all over again. I carry a Surefire. It's about 4 inches long, 3.5 to 4 inches long, 300 lumens. It's an Ultra U2 or something like that. It fits in here really nice. So the only thing I don't like so far about this bag, and I'm not going to say that I necessarily don't like it, it's just that I don't use it, is the cell phone pouch. I just don't really know that I have a use for this. I'm not going to put my cell phone in here. This is for the guy or gal that always has their earbuds in and their phone's there, and let's say you're cruising around town and being cool or whatever you do. I don't know what you do. Oh, I got a call. Oh, it's Jack. Boop. Hey Jack, what's going on? I don't do that. And so I'll still carry my cell phone in my pocket. If I were to become separated from this, I would not want to lose my gun. Like my gun, my flashlight, my wallet, I wouldn't want to lose any of that. But if I did, I would at least still have my cell phone. And I know that sounds silly. You can still make things happen if you have your cell phone. I can make things happen with everything that's in this bag. I can prevent things that can happen with everything in this bag. I can also do that with my cell phone. So why lose all those at the same time? And so that's my mentality behind it. I just don't have a use for this. I thought I might use it. I carried it for 2 days like that. I don't like it at all. And so I won't be, like I said, I won't be using this. If in the long run I never find a use for this, which right now I can't even think of one, I may cut it off. And it may leave a little bit of a stitch here, so I may have to burn it or something. I don't know. It's well made. You know, it's not a ding on the design. Some people will carry like that. I just won't. So I won't talk about that anymore. I'm just not going to do it. But again, fit and finish, like, I can make it move if I'm really turning. But I don't do that. I don't run. If I have to sprint, I can grab it and run. Or I can throw it around my back. I can do whatever I want. You know, I can put it here. But this is where I wear it. And it fits nice, fits comfortably. I've not used the webbing on the back. I think on their website they show the SOCP dagger stuck in here. That knife I showed you, that Boker, I can't quite get it to fit right anywhere. I can get it to come down onto here, and that's fine. That's not something I'm going to pull out in a fight anyways, especially if I have a gun on me. So if your resolution dictates that you need a knife, you probably need a gun. If somebody needs to be poked, they need to be, yeah, that too. So, not to mess up the algorithms here. So, I've not found a use for this yet. It's not sticky, meaning it provides enough abrasion to stop it from moving, but it does a little bit, so it doesn't really slide on me or anything like that. That's how thin it is. All right, and again, that's at the thickest part. That's where the windlass and the cross members are of the tourniquet, right on top of the slide of my pistol. And so at the end of the day, I've got a great product here. It works, it holds a lot of stuff. I get to keep my pockets free, and I don't know, you kind of blend in. Everybody's wearing fanny packs and crap these days. Nobody has given me a second look that I've noticed with carrying this, because it's not camouflage, it's not tactical. Like, there's nothing about this that screams you got a gun. So that's why I like it. I've gone long enough, and I hope this helps people understand there's a lot of space in this. There's a lot of functionality to this, but you gotta commit to it. You know, it's not just like, oh, I guess I'll wear it. No, you're off-body carrying now. You've got to commit to it. It's either on-body or off-body, and if you do off-body, you gotta have something that works, and you gotta have something that's good. And I think the way they did this with the Velcro attachment, where you have to put a Kydex holster in there to hold it securely, I think that was a good idea. I think I'm going to go with, as soon as I get the holster for it, I think I am going to carry a smaller handgun inside of here, because it will afford me to carry less weight, less bulk, and all that good stuff. But if anything changes, anything comes up like that, I will let you know. But for now, that's my opinion on that. Let me know what you guys think. If anybody else is trying out another product similar to this, I'd love to hear about it. And if I can get my hands on one to try out for you guys, I'll definitely do that. And with that, stay tactical.